Catholic High School, home of the 2022 ECBL Mid-Atlantic Champions Hartford Shoppers. We are pleased that you could join us for an evening of exciting ECBL basketball. We'd like to recognize our supporters for tonight's game. Without our amazing supporters, a minor league basketball team in Hartford would not be possible. So special thanks to tonight's contributors. The Shoppers entered their third season with ECBL, and this is their fourth season as an organization. The East Coast Basketball League has 6 teams in the Mid-Atlantic Conference from Massachusetts to Virginia. The Shoppers take the court with a record of 6-2. And ladies and gentlemen, before we do our starting lineups, at this time we ask you to please remove your caps as we honor the flag, and please rise. We have Miss Nutmeg's teen, Maggie Wernicke. Maggie Wernicke is a junior from Southington High School, where she is a member of the varsity soccer team. She's an all-star cheerleader with East Celebrity Elite Manchester and has completed in 4 all-star largest events in just 2 years. Maggie has been a board member of Veteran Strong Community Center for the past 3 years and has been working since the age of 5 to improve lives of veterans through her community service initiatives of Voices of Honor, honoring all that she has served. So please clap it up, and I'm gonna hand it over to Maggie. Now, let's meet the starting lineups for the Nova Bulls. Starting at number 3, Ernest Jenkins, Jr. At number 4, Jerry Carter. At number 5, Leroy Butts. Number 11, Josh Peterson. Number 23, Chris Knight. Assistant coach, Larry Hinton. Head coach, Jeremy Coleman. All right, Shoppers fans, are you ready? It's time to stand up on your feet and make some noise for the home team, Hartford Shoppers. Starting at number 3, Mike Mallory. At number 12, Tyler Smith Jr. Number 13, Saul Ferry. Number 14, Tanner Poole. Number 30,
At East Catholic High School, it's East Coast Basketball League action here on the Sports Fan Base Network. I'm Aaron Hook, everybody. We've got some Saturday matinee action here between two teams coming in on opposite ends of the Mid-Atlantic Conference inside of the ECBL. It'll be the host Hartford Shockers at 6-2. They sit in second place in the Mid-Atlantic, and they'll be playing host to the visiting Nova Bulls, who at 2-6 find themselves in fifth place. And so we are moments away from tip-off here. Just looking at the ECBL Mid-Atlantic, the Western Mass Zombies sits in 1 overall 3-0 conference record. Just a half a game ahead of Hartford, so a big-time game for them as they've got a chance to leapfrog them. And a lot of games on the ledger here today inside of the ECBL. This is one of 3 games tipping off at the 3 o'clock p.m. hour. 3:12 p.m. here on the East Coast is moments away from tip once again. These two teams did match up once earlier this season. It was the season opener as Hartford defeated Nova by a final score 117-111. That was back on March the 11th. Seems like forever ago already. And the tip is here going to be won by the the visitors, the Nova Bulls. And it's controlled off the tip here. Inside they go, and a quick 2 underneath to get on the board. Controlling right away, Tylon Smith across the timeline. Feeds it over now to Payne. Just got a step back 3, that's no good. Flying in for the offensive rebound is Smith, and he'll bring it out here to the wing to control and set it back up. Now this is Michael Mallory. Kick back over. Catch and shoot 3 by Smith. That's short, but right there for the offensive rebound and the quick putback. Darren Payne out of the University of Vermont. Spent his final collegiate year at Hofstra. Milford, Connecticut native, gets Nova on the board. And a 2-2 ball game. This is a 3 off the side and no good. Rebounded here by the Shockers. Hartford coming the other way and 6-2 on the year. Slithering inside, kicking out right corner. This is a catch and shoot 3. There was some contact there. Ball came up way short, no whistle, and the other way come the Bulls. This is Leroy Butts with it now, and he flips it over to Jenkins, Ernest Jenkins. Up top, catch and shoot 3 from Knight. That's too strong. Right side of the rim. Rebound pulled in by Smith in transition. And it's knocked away again. Here comes Nova the other way. Quickly up ahead. That layup left short. So good pace here in the early going, but still remains just a 2-2 ball game. And we'll have a blocking foul inside. You can count the basket, I believe. They're going to count that bucket with 10:09 remaining in the first. As in transition, drawing the contact and going up, finishing through it that time was Tanner Poole, 6'9", biggest guy on the floor. And he'll have an opportunity for the 3-point play. Holden to shoot here and knock it down. So actually, I don't believe they counted the basket as they did it in the upward motion, but now he'll shoot the back end of the 2 free throws, and he knocks it down. So a 4-2 lead for Hartford as Nova comes the other way. Long 3 from the right wing is money, and Nova gets the lead right back. In hostile territory, shooting the 3 ball gonna have to be a key today for Nova. A high-scoring team. In all their losses, they put up around 115, 120 points, but they've been outscored by their opponents still in 6 of their first 8 games. Here's a turnover. Quickly the other way, getting all the way to the basket and finishing with the left hand that time. A sweet move out of Josh Peterson, the Coastal Carolina grad. Here's a 3 off the side of the rim, pulled in here on the loose ball rebound by Peterson. Now he throws it away. Stepped in front of and all the way down for the two hands for safety finish in transition, Michael Mallory. And this back to a 1-point ball game. Here's the runner and the floater that will go. And Nova up by 3. They're just 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. The drive inside and losing it off his foot is Duradola. Another turnover. Nova has forced a couple of those here in the early going. Here's a stop and pop 3 from the win. That's too strong. Now Nova the other way. Hartford with it. Inside, nice two-man game that time with Smith leaving it down low for Payan, who was right at the rim for the easy finish. So Payan at 6'8". It's really the guy out there right now that's going to have to match the size of Nova. Here's a 3 that will go from the outside. A roll to 2. 11-8. Drive baseline. Get down to the corner. Shot goes up, rolls, hangs off the back of the rim for a second. Now Payan is able to rip it away. And he finds Duradola, who tries to hop into the lane. Lost the ball out of bounds. It will remain here with the Shockers. 7:51 left in the first. Now some substitutions on the side of Hartford. Inside quickly they go. Daniels, another big man who just checked in. Chase Daniels at 6'8", had the ball poked away from him. Here comes Nova the other way with a tough lean-in shot in the middle of the lane that time by Nova and knocked away, and it's Peterson who draws the foul. The quick little guard, just about 6 foot, 170 pounds. Woodbridge, Virginia native, again played his college ball with the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina. Shooting 2 here, and he hits the first. Peterson on the year, making his 9th appearance, so he's playing in all 8 games so far for Nova. 11.2 points per contest. 12-8, the visitors and the Nova Bulls looking for just their 3rd win on the year in front, but there's Smith going coast to coast off of the free throw by Peterson. Tylen Smith taking matters into his own hands. Cuts the lead back to 2, so back and forth pace of this one so far, and now on the recovery, here comes Hartford the other way with numbers. As Smith swings it out, catch and shoot 3 from the right wing, too strong there from the big man in Payan, and the rebound tracked down eventually by Peterson here in the short corner. Nova, now they'll try to pull up 3 of their own, no good, but there to fly in his butts for the offensive rebound, and he'll find now a cutting Carter who comes down the lane frantically, missed a wild shot. Hartford the other way, contact inside, and that basket won't count as they'll get a charge before Payan was able to get the pass and lay it up, so it'll be going the other way. Nova, a 2-point early on advantage here, 12-10. It was a close one between these two teams in the season opener, 117-111. Hartford over Nova. Straight on 3 is good. And so Nova, again, shooting the 3 ball, going to be important for them here in this one. It makes it 15-10, but now the answer on the other end by Hartford. The left wing triple. And it's down to a 2-point game. In the back and forth sequence here is, oh, what a move there from Peterson. The little hesitation, and the Red Sea parted there as he goes right to the cut for the right-handed lay-in. 17-13. Here's Smith on a long 3, and he connects. So a lot of offense here in the early going as we've just passed the halfway point here in this first quarter. This is Butts finding Peterson, driving left side baseline. Kick out into the corner on a Carter 3 from the right corner. And the weak side rebound pulled in by Payan. Up ahead they go. Another win triple, no good, and the rebound underneath. The Bulls come the other way with it with Butts over to Peterson. Leroy Butts, the Washington, D.C. native, and now Peterson, another drive to the hole, and put some English on that one. May have been to his detriment as it clanks off the rim on the lay-in attempt. And now the nice 1-2 underneath as Daniels finding the other big man and paying. Twin Towers underneath there for Hartford as they take their first lead, 18-17. 5:05 left to go here in the opening quarter. Long three. That one off the back of the iron, and it'll get over top the backboard and out of play. And so we'll have a stoppage here with 5 minutes left to play. First quarter, Hartford over the Nova Bulls, 18-17 here in ECBL action. We'll be right back here on SFBN.
East Catholic High School for contributing to tonight's evening.
Back here on SFBN, Aaron Hook from East Catholic High School in Connecticut. The Hartford Shockers and the Nova Bulls ECBL action here on a Saturday afternoon. And the host Hartford Shockers with a 1-point advantage, 18-17. Second matchup of the year between these two. Out of the Mid-Atlantic Conference inside of the East Coast Basketball League. There's a runner thrown up and out of play. It'll go back to Nova. The ECBL originally was formed of teams that had come from the Tobacco Road League about a decade or so ago, and it has transformed into teams from not just the Carolinas and down south, but of course the Mid-Atlantic Division has allowed for teams up here in the Northeast to get into the action. Hartford, a prime example, is underneath they go. Tylen Smith lays it up and in for two. You can count it and the foul. And so Smith, 6'2" guard out of Southern Connecticut State, will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. 4:21 to go here in quarter number one. We're going to make this a two-possession game for the first time really all game long, and he does just that. It's been back and forth between these two here in the opening minutes. Trading basket for basket, but now Hartford out to a 4-point advantage. With Jenkins now finding Carter. Carter on the outside, Rovers into the right corner. Now they dump it inside. Right side block for Knight, brings it back out to Carter. Carter with a crossover right to left. Fall away shot from the elbow. That's a tough shot, won't go, but flying in to put it back is Chris Knight. The 6'5" forward, averaging 16.5 points per game here so far this year. Back to two, 21-19. As that one deflects out of play. Hartford will keep it. 3:38 left. They'll inbound right in front of their own bench here. And now they flip it in to Daniels. Hands off for Smith. Step back. Put by James Harden there. And driving to the inside, knocked away. Nova with the fast break opportunity up ahead. And the reverse lay in that time put home by Jenkins. And now another steal. Jenkins for three, and he nails it. And what a swing for Nova as now they take a 3-point lead. 5 points in about 5 seconds there for the Bulls. And now Smith looking to settle things down on the other end for Hartford. Here's a straight-on triple. That claims off the back of the iron from Duradola. And we'll have a foul on the floor as the rebound was being fought for. It will remain with Hartford. I think they'll get the foul against number 4, Jerry Carter, on the side of the Nova Bulls. Another Woodbridge, Virginia native, Carter out of Hampton University. Off the inbound, left corner three, splash. And we're tied up again at 24 all now. Both teams shooting it well from the outside here to begin. Here's Butts working it down low, turnaround jumper from the left elbow will fall. Nice shot there. Kobe Ayeti with the jumper there. He's able to put it home, driving inside, and now a foul underneath will send Hartford back to the stripe. For Ayeti, this is his 9th game. He's always started one, and then coming off the bench here today. 13 points per game, though, off the bench, and 7.5 rebounds as well. So he's a key part of the Bulls squad. First free throw off the back of the iron for Sam Doradola, the Brooklyn, New York native. He's the only guy outside of Tanner Poole, who hails from Fayetteville, North Carolina, to not be a New England native on this Hartford team. And he misses both, as that one is too strong as well. So it remains 26-24 in favor of the Bulls, as here they come across the timeline with Josh Peterson at the controls. Flips it over, finding Carter, and pulls a long three. No good. Butts there for the offensive rebound, finds Peterson in the left corner, and he drills it. And Josh Peterson getting going early on. And Nova sends the lead out to 5, 29-24. Underneath, there's another foul inside, so Hartford doing a good job of drawing contact, getting to the charity stripe here early on. And they'll have more free throws here. It'll be Saul Peary, Haverhill, Massachusetts native, but some locals may find that name familiar. Played his college ball at LaSalle. Originally from the country of Zimbabwe, migrated here to the United States at just 3 years old. And he knocks down both free throws. Cuts the lead back to 3. A one-possession game here, final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Nova out to a 29-26 advantage as Peterson rovers inside, gets it back out for Butts. Flips it over to Carter. Carter swings it across. Pull up three from the right wing. That is left short. And a rebound here for Hartford. Controlled by Peary, who now will launch a three in and out. As Scotty Delaire flew in to try and retain possession. Looked like he may have knocked it out of bounds, but they'll say last touch is against the Bulls. So Hartford retains it. Here are the Shockers to inbound with Smith flipping it up top. Duradola going right at the smaller Peterson, and he lowered his shoulder right into him, and they'll get him for the excessive contact offensive foul. It's going the other way. Sam Duradola, again, the Brooklyn native. This is his 9th game as well, so he's been here the whole way. 14 points per game, 5 boards, and 27% from downtown. That's the thing about this Hartford team. Look at the shooters from downtown. Duran, the big man, is their best shooter at 45.5%. Here's a three that won't go on the side of Nova, and the rebound collected underneath. Final 90 seconds here. In the corner is Smith. It's inside. Nice feed out to the wing. Here for Perry. Wants the left side pick. Gets it. Frees himself up. Now dumps it down low. Right side block. Chase Daniels against Carter. Daniels, the big fella, trying to back his way inside, and he got fouled as Carter reached in. And Carter had already been whistled for a foul earlier in the quarter, so getting himself into a bit of foul trouble here. Is good job by Daniels using his size, 6'8", 260 pounds out of Quinnipiac to draw the contact there, and he'll shoot here at the line. Hartford going to take everyone off the line, as Daniels will have a pair and misses the first one strong. And the second one is up and good, so he splits the trip to the charity stripe that side. The lead is 2. Outside, circling is Reed, driving inside, and Deshaun Reed going all the way, flipping it up and off the right side of the glass. Making a 4-point game. Into the corner, Smith on a pull-up three, and he rattles it home. Tylen Smith getting the field going from downtown. 25 points a game for Smith, 9 rebounds to go along with it, as well as 9 assists per game as well. One of the premier players in the league. Step back three, that will rattle home for a Yeti. And the Bulls have had the answer every time Hartford has gone down and scored. Here's Smith flipping it across. Long three taken and missed from Mallory. And now Peterson with the rebound. 10 seconds left to go here. Final shot coming up in the quarter for Nova, out to a 34-30 lead. 3 seconds to go. Carter left lane. That three is no good, and time is not going to run out. They've got 0.6 of a second as the ball went, I believe, up and over the backboard, and they called the ball dead there. So Hartford will quickly inbound with half a second left to go. 0.6, and they're not going to be able to do much here. They'll have to launch it the length of the floor. They get it in. That shot is put up and it hits the top of the rafters here at East Catholic High School. And that will do it after a quarter of action. The Nova Bulls, with just a 2-6 record on the year, out to a 4-point advantage over the 6-2 Hartford Shockers. We'll be right back here with ECBL action on the Sports Fan Base Network.
Your choice of drinks, snacks.
Are back, second quarter action here from East Catholic High School in Connecticut. The Hartford Shockers underneath right now. Foul will go underneath against the Nova Bulls. Bulls at 2-6. The Shockers of Hartford at 6-2 coming in. They're in second place in the Mid-Atlantic Division, or Conference, I should say, in the East Coast Basketball League, the ECBL. Got some action here. And 2 free throws for the big fella, and Darren Payan. Told you before, he's the team leader in three-point percentage. 45.5% is the big man, and he knocks down both free throws there. So, yeah, Payan 45.5% from three, 23 points per game, 13.5 rebounds per contest. Again, played his college ball at his final year at Hofstra. Before that, he was at Vermont. Here's a runner inside that rolls off the front of the rim, and Smith with the rebound. Tylen Smith stepping through the lane, went up. Contact there on the shot, no foul called. Peterson and the Bulls coming the other way. Peterson to the inside. He can't get it to go through the contact. Rebounds tipped back out to Smith. Smith with a 3-on-2 the other way is able to lay it in himself as he got to the middle of the lane, and he wanted the foul call along with that. And with all that complaining, I think they're going to get it for a technical, and they sure are, as he knocked down that tough shot through the contact, but then he wanted the additional whistle, and that will cost Hartford potentially a point here, as the technical free throw is up and good that time from the Bulls. Chris Knight shooting the technical free throw here. Knocked down one. We'll get 2 shots, and he misses the second. So Knight hits the first tech, misses the second, and the Bulls, who led for a good portion of that first quarter, Hartford able to grab the lead back at the end, but then Nova was able to get a 4-point advantage going into the second quarter here. Now leading again by 2, 36-34. As Peterson comes across. Quickly switches it into his right hand. Gets it out left corner, catch and shoot 3 from Reed, and Reed buries another 3. As we saw him get to the hole before, he's not shy about pulling it from downtown. A couple long attempts for him in this game, and gets one to go there. 5-point lead for Nova, but again, the answer out of Hartford. That's what we've been talking about early on in this game. It's been back and forth. Teams trading baskets, trading threes early on. It's been an exciting one here on a Saturday afternoon. As Peterson drives the baseline, kicks it out to Reed in the right corner, takes a step inside the arc. Pull-up jumper, that's no good, and off the miss. Rebound pulled in by Payan. Up ahead, Smith in transition, missed it off the rim. But he is going to earn the whistle that time, so he'll have no complaints, and he'll head to the line. 2 shoot 2. Smith, 6'2", out of Southern Connecticut State, in 25, 9, and 9 as he hits the first free throw. 5th in the league in assists this year, 9.5. DeAndre Marion is the leader with 11.5 for the Hickory Hoyas. And Smith hits both free throws. Peterson now here into the hands of Jenkins. Ernest Jenkins back over to Peterson. Peterson back out to Reed. Reed with a hesitation. Wild shot on the right side. And that's left way short. Up ahead to Smith. Smith with the reverse, and he gets another one to go. And Smith is heating up as Hartford takes the lead back, 41-39. Peterson looking for an answer on the other end, and now a turnover. As it actually looked like Jenkins that time who committed the turnover, and it goes right back to Hartford. Smith, he'll try a long 3. That's a heat check right there, and it misses just off the front of the rim. Fight for the rebound. It was saved in. Winds back up with Hartford. That shot from the left side baseline is too strong, and Peterson with the rebound now. Up ahead, Jenkins goes between his legs, was looking for the entry pass down low for Knight. Couldn't get it there. Now they do go inside. Knight with the turnaround hook shot. That's no good. And the rebound here, Hartford going the other way. Nova with the steal right back. Up ahead, Knight, and there was a lot of contact there as he went up, and he leaves it short. Now the other way, here comes Hartford. That layup is not going to make it all the way in, as that one's swatted away on the other end. Peterson's layup goes careening off the glass, but there for the good putback and follow is Jenkins. So a wild sequence there. Ties us up at 41. Underneath for Payan running the floor, and the big man flushes it down with 2 hands. Hartford back up by 2. And we'll have a timeout here with 8:06 left to go in the first half. It's the Hartford Shockers 43 and the Nova Bulls 41. ECBL action here on SFBN. back here on the Sports Fan Base Network. I'm Aaron Hook at East Catholic High School in Connecticut. The Hartford Shockers and Nova Bulls going at it here, 9th game of each team's season, 6-2. Hartford's record places them second in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, and 5th place in that conference, the 2-6 Nova Bulls. Playing visitor here, but have put together a really good fight so far. And then these two teams matched up all the way back on March 11th in the season opener, 117-111. Hartford got the victory on the road there, down in Virginia. And so Nova trying to repay the favor here. They trail by 2 with 8:06 left to go here in the first half. Josh Peterson has done a great job facilitating and scoring so far in this first half. Walks it across, now finds Knight at the top of the key. Chris Knight over to Carter. Carter, guarded by Smith, goes right into him, flips up the layup, and that's too much on it as it misses long. Smith up ahead in transition, and another offensive foul is crashing down the middle of the lane. That's on, looks like Reeves. And so it will be going the other way. Nova's done a good job of that so far in this first half. Drawing charges, getting the ball to go the other way, and forcing some errors on the side of Hartford. That's why it's been so close. Again, good shot making on either side, but Nova able to take away those potential possessions. So far earlier in this one, here's Jenkins over to Reed. Deshaun Reed now is going to cross over and step back from the right elbow. Ball might have been tipped there on the shot as it's way short. Now the other way, knocked away and stolen, but a reach-in foul will be called, looked like, against Carter, who has been active with his hands, but he's been whistled for a couple reach-in fouls now, so Carter got to watch himself not get too deep into foul trouble. 7:24 still remaining here in the first half. Inbound goes to Payan. Up top, Smith on a curling three from straight on, and it rattles out into the hands of Carter here. As Carter running the floor, he turns it over as he was trying to get the ball to the inside. And now Smith nearly turns it over, but it's saved on the side of Hartford, and they get a good look for 3 that will go. What a play there by the Shockers to keep that ball in bounds. As the 3 out of the right wing from Nova is no good. And last touch off the rebound, out of bounds on the Bulls, and so the Shockers get it back. Leading by 5. We're going to get out to the biggest lead for either side so far in the game. Into the corner. Here's a 3. It's way short. Gave up with nothing there on that shot. Fight for the ball near the mid-court line. It's ripped away. Peterson goes to the inside. A wild-looking shot, but he got fouled, I believe. And no, they're going to say it's going the other way. Hartford ball. So Peterson with a lot of contact there, but may have extended his foot out as he was kind of flung into midair. And Hartford gets it back. With now Peary driving inside, kicked into the corner, and the ball's tipped and stolen away. Up ahead, Jenkins, tough reverse layup, but he left it short. The Shockers the other way with Smith. He's got time to dribble and flick it out to the corner. And now back up top for Sam Duradola here. They want the entry pass down low, but that's great defense on the help side there by Jenkins as he was fronting the big man, tipped it out of bounds. And they're going to say this is Nova basketball as the teams with back-to-back good defensive possessions. 5:45 to go here in the first half. Peterson into Jenkins, Ernest Jenkins, West Virginia State graduate last year. Backdoor cut, tough reverse, left short. A lot of contact there. Refs have, for the most part, let them play. I would say that Hartford has got to the line more often, and that is expected here from the home team as they get it inside, and it's an easy look down low for Payan, and Hartford out to the biggest lead of the ball game for either side, 48-41. Now coming down the lane and drawing the foul there is Peterson, so Peterson was upset with the no call last time. He forced the issue here, and he'll get 2 foul shots. Looking to stop the bleeding a little bit here on the side of Hartford. They're on a bit of a run out to a 7-point lead here with 5:19 left to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Back here on the Sports Fan Base Network. 5:45 left to go. Here in quarter number 2, Nova Bulls, Hartford Shockers here in the ECBL Mid-Atlantic Conference. 9th game, I should say, for either side. 2-6 comes Nova into this one, and Shockers at 6-2. 3-1 inside the Mid-Atlantic so far. Josh Peterson shooting a pair of free throws here. And Peterson goes 1 of 2 from the line, so 48-41. It's Tylen Smith, who's been incredible early on, making shots, dishing the ball out. And here's a pull-up 3. That one is too strong. And the rebound for Nova here. Up top, Jenkins couldn't corral the pass. Now he's able to get to the rim. He missed that one. His putback attempt is no good, just pushing a little bit too strong. Missed opportunity there for the Bulls as the Shockers have it. Peary dumping it down low for Payan again, and he's just too big down there. As Darren Payan scores again inside. It's out to 9. Hartford looking to get a double-digit lead. No team is led by more than this. 9 points so far in this one. First quarter was extremely tight. Opening minutes of this second quarter were as well, but Hartford had a bit of a run here in the last couple of minutes. That shot rims in and out. And here come the Shockers the other way with a 4-on-3 over to Smith. Spins to the inside, finds a cutter, and it's an easy lay-in inside for Duradola. And Hartford out to an 11-point advantage. And just like that, they do, in fact, take the first double-digit lead of the ball game. There's a tough all-the-way 3 from Carter. That's off the front of the rim. Now the shot selection deteriorating on the side of Nova as Smith goes inside, and he got fouled. That's been another thing. Hartford, the home team, they've had a bit of a friendlier whistle, also being the more aggressive team, I would say, at least getting to the basket-wise, and so they've been rewarded, and Smith will hit 2 more here with 4:12 to go in the half. Tylen Smith, 25 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds per contest, 2 steals per game as well, so he truly is a triple threat, a triple-double threat on a nightly basis for this Hartford team. This is the first free throw. D'Antonia 5th in the lead in assists with 9.5 per game. Second free throw is up and good, so goes 1 for 2. Came into this one an 81% free throw shooter. And now Peterson comes the other way with his team all of a sudden down by 12. Catch and shoot 3 out of the left corner, and that will rattle home. It's a big shot from Leroy Butts, the Washington, D.C. native. The big fella who hadn't really taken many shots so far in this one. He does average 11 points, 5 rebounds per game. And this one, 348. Another foul going against the Bulls, and so Hartford doing a good job getting inside, but Butts a 38% three-point shooter. And now 2 foul shots. First one up and good. Tanner Poole shooting the foul shots here. 6'9" out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And he missed it. So 1 for 2. North Carolina native playing up here with Hartford. Down low, Peterson caught him on the right block, out to Carter. One more into the corner for Butts on another 3, and he missed that one. 3.5 left here in the second quarter. Peary, crossover left to right, now goes behind his back. Over to Smith, to Payan for 3, and Payan drills it. And the big man scoring at all 3 levels, the inside, and now stepping out now into 3. And it's a 13-point lead for Hartford, 57-44. Starting to run away with it a little bit. Knight trying to answer with a 3. That one off the front of the rim. Up ahead to Smith. He loves to run in transition, finds underneath. Shot is blocked. That time looks like Butts gives up to block it. Carter up ahead, and he threw it out of bounds. A little bit too overzealous there, trying to leak out in transition, get an easy basket. And Carter, that pass sails out of bounds. And so Hartford gets it back. Looks like 2:51 left to go here in this second. Bit of a delay here on the inbound. And now they'll get it in. Slow walk up here, left to right. For the Shockers, controlled here by Peary, the LaSalle graduate. Inside. Following shot, good. And that time, it's Daniels. So when you have the combo down low of Daniels and Payan, there's really not much that Nova can do. Just don't have the size to match it. Butts with a runner, missed it. 59-44, just over 2 minutes left. Smith kick out to the corner, fall away 3, that's in and out. And the rebound comes over now here to Reed. Reed racing up the floor, leaving one, and wild looking shot there. Ball might have gotten deflected, but they're just gonna say that losing the touch there on the shot, as it will go the other way. So Nova all out of sorts here. It's been a while since they've gotten back on the scoreboard. And Hartford has built this 15-point lead now with 2 minutes left to play. Peary up top. Here with a handoff for driving to the inside and leaving the layup short right under the rim. That time is Mallory. And now a foul. In transition going the other way, minute 45 left. As Reed was the ball handler. And so they'll inbound side out here in front of the Hartford bench. Peterson comes across for the Bulls. Got underneath. And we'll have a foul. And they'll inbound it right underneath the basket, minute 36 now. Down low, they get it to Butts with a kick out to the corner, and a rip through and a floater that goes in and out. And Knight able to clean up his own miss and put it back home. So finally, Nova able to get back into the scoring column. Down to 13. Now they just lob it inside. Payan turns the right shoulder, misses it. Trying to get his own rebound, but it's tipped away from him. And now here comes Peterson. Peterson with a quick handle. Crossover right to left. Gets inside, and he'll draw the foul. See if it's in the act of shooting. It looked like it was. But it seems as if they're going to say the foul is on the floor. And so Reed will inbound side out. The minute, 8 seconds to go. 68 seconds left here in the half. Into Knight off the inbound. Now back to Reed. Reed over to Peterson. Way out in three-point territory. Goes behind the back. Now between the legs a couple of times, showing off the nifty handle. And now we've got a foul away from the ball. And this is going to put Knight at the stripe, shooting a technical free throw. Knight on the year, 78% from the stripe. He shot the 2 technical free throws earlier, went 1 for 2, and he hits this one. So these are important points here for the Bulls, as now they've got it down to 12, and they potentially could get it to 10 or maybe even single digits here going into the half. Hartford looked like they had a chance to really run away with it. Crazy looking inbound play here as Peterson gets the pass off of it. Drives inside. And it looks like we'll inbound again. Maybe a bit premature there. They got it in. Reed will just now flip it into Peterson. Handling with the left hand. Peterson behind the back. They dump it down low. Quick turn and quick score for Knight. Nice looking play there inside. Actually looked like Ayeti that was who scored. And so it is a 10-point game. 30 seconds to go with ball handler and Mallory getting it inside. Smith with the runner, got it to go. And that's the home rim bounce there for Tylen Smith here at Eastern Catholic High School. Driving down the middle of the lane, missing the shot there. Ball's poked out, and in transition we'll have a foul that will stop play with 13 and a half seconds. It's on the floor against the Bulls, so Hartford with a 12-point advantage. And it will be Saul Peary to shoot. First one is good. This is Mallory, my apologies. Michael Mallory, Waterbury, Connecticut. Another guy out of Southern Connecticut State, played there along with Tylen Smith. This is the second. Rebounded by Peterson here, final seconds of the half. Kicks it out, Knight on a long three that clanks off the iron. There for the rebound, and it gets swatted out of play. And that will do it. Halftime here at Eastern Catholic High School. The Hartford Shockers up 13-62-49 over the Nova Bulls here. East Coast Basketball League action on the Sports Fan Base Network. I'm Aaron Hook, and we'll be back in a little bit for second half action. Back here for East Coast Basketball League action Saturday afternoon here in Hartford, Connecticut. Eastern Catholic High School. Aaron Hook on the call with you. 62-49 our score here as we open up second half action. The visiting Nova Bulls and the Hartford Shockers. Shockers at 6-2. They're half a game out of first place in the Mid-Atlantic Conference inside of the ECBL. And for the Nova Bulls, they're at 2-6. Although they are coming off a win in their last contest. 2-6 puts them in 5th place in the Mid-Atlantic. So looking for a big-time win here against the 6-2 Shockers. These two teams matched up back on March the 11th in the season opener. 117-111 the final there. Hartford getting the win down in Virginia. And so the Bulls looking to repay the favor. We switch sides here, and it is Tylen Smith and the Shockers beginning things in the second half with the basketball. So here's Payne handing off for Smith. Now up top on a straight on three, and that is good. That time for Michael Mallory, and the threes continue to rain for Hartford. Made a bunch of them in that first half, and now they're out to a 16-point lead, largest lead of the contest. Inside trying to answer. Here's a three out of the left corner, that time from Peterson. Josh Peterson drills the triple. So early on in this one, we had back and forth action, matching both teams basket for basket. See if a similar pace starts us off here in the second half. Missed three from the left corner there by Jenkins. Offensive rebound. They get it out to Carter. Carter now to Knight, over to Butts, now Peterson. Peterson, Rovers inside, off the glass with the right hand, count it, plus the foul for Josh Peterson. That's a tough tape. Peterson, his stature, 6 foot, about 170 pounds, but able to fight through the contact there and finish. And now he'll try and make this a 10-point game once again. So we've seen sudden momentum swings in this one all throughout. And here's another one. As it was 16 just about a minute or so ago, and now it's down to 10. 65-55. Hartford still in front. Smith goes behind his back, and a bad pass there and stolen away by Peterson. He goes all the way down but gets swatted from behind by Mallory. What a great defensive recovery there. Now Mallory throws it to the inside, but his pass gets knocked away. Stepped in front of by Knight, and Knight goes the other way. Misses the layup, but a foul is going to be called, as I believe he got pushed as he went up for that shot. And they'll get on the floor. So it was back near midcourt, it looked like, and Jerry Carter to inbound here for the Bulls. And they get it into Peterson. Peterson now to Jenkins. Inside to Knight on the left lock. Turnaround jumper. This is Butts, and Leroy Butts. What a shot as that one rolls in. And it's a single-digit game, 65-57. And Butts has been pretty selective with his shot taking so far, but he's been efficient, and there's a deep three that goes. That time Mallory from way outside. Jenkins for a moment looked like he thought about trying to get one of his own there. They do give it to Carter, and Carter's three is short. It's no nylon that time. He missed it all, and then Mallory, another three on the other end, popping, knocking it down. 71-57, back out to 14. 9.5 to go in the third. Here's Peterson on the outside, guarded by Tanner Poole. Now they go down low for Knight. Hook shot is cash. Sweet looking shot there by Chris Knight, the 6'5" forward out of Bluefield State College. Pull up from Mallory. Oh, he's feeling it. Another one. And they've got no answer right now. Nova back out to 15, 74-59 as Hartford has started this half on a burner from downtown. There's Knight. Working his way to the middle of the lane. Flips it up. No good off the back of the iron. Pulled in by Smith. A fall-away three. That one is short. That's a heat check and a half right there. And it misses. Rebound pulled in by Jerry Carter on the side of Nova. Carter pulls it out. Guarded by Poole. Now over to Butts. Jenkins on a long three. That one too strong. Rebound pulled in by Payne, and on the other end, Smith down the floor. You can count that basket and the foul. So officially they haven't put it up yet. We'll wait to see some sort of confirmation. I would figure that basket would count though, but I may stand corrected. And looks like they're going to give him one shot from what I can tell. Nope, it'll be 2. So don't count that basket. Now that makes it 75-59. And he'll look to now make it a 17-point game here with this one. So no continuation there on the shot by Tylen Smith. And his second one is good. That makes it 76-59. 8:15 to go in the third, and for Nova, they had it at 10 just a moment ago, and like I said, these momentum swings. Just over a minute later, it's back out to 17 as Peterson drives inside. His shot gets rejected at the rim. Now here's Smith kicking it out. Mallory another 3. That one off the front of the iron. Rebound pulled in, and the putback attempt there by Poole is short. Nova quickly the other way, and a long pass up ahead. Carter right underneath the basket. Nobody home. And he lays it in for the easy 2. And now thrown away by Smith as he was trying to whip it in there to the right side block, and Darren Payne just couldn't handle the pass. 76-61. Going the other way here, controlled by Nova. So Peterson will let this one roll all the way across midcourt. Now he picks it up. Stop on a dime, kick out. Carter, hesitation to the rim. Not going to count the basket there as they'll get him for the double dribble. Looked a little suspicious, but thought that maybe he got away with that one, but the referees aren't on top of it. So here's Smith now with it. Smith directing traffic, 9 assists per game, 9.5, puts him at 5th in the ECBL this season underneath, and there's another one for him as they find Payne, who scores again down low, and Darren Payne has proved to just be too much of a force underneath for Nova. There's Carter on the fall-away shot. Is that one going to count? I don't think so, as they'll get a violation on the side of Nova before that basket. And the Shockers get it back again. 78-61. They dump it down low, Payne, and he walked with it. And that's a call I don't agree with. This guy who played down on the block for most of his career, I don't know. I don't think they gave Payne a chance to even catch that one before they ruled it for steps. But not a referee, so we move on. Hartford is up by 17 here. Nova's got to start cutting into this one soon. There's 7 minutes left to go in the third. Carter on a fall away, and that's a long 2. That is cash money for Jerry Carter there. The Hampton Pirate, former Hampton Pirate. Long 3 from Saul Peary, and Peary misses short, rebounded by Peterson. Peterson between his legs, crossover right to left, stopping the dime, gets to the left block, comes across the lane, flips it up and in, and the foul. So Josh Peterson with a nice move, and again, these swings, I mean, you talk about the ebbs and flows of a game, but seemingly momentum, the pendulum just swinging faster and faster as we move along here as Peterson knocks down the free throw, and all of a sudden it's back down to 12 as they get it into Smith here, 6.5. And you wonder if Hartford, if Nova continues to cut into this lead, if they'll burn another timeout and talk things over. As Smith gets into the corner here. Peary on the drive, left-handed, gets the roll. The former LaSalle Explorer able to lay it up and in there. Lead out to 14 for Hartford, 80-66 Shockers in front of the Bulls. Carter, pull-up 3, money. Jerry Carter from downtown. From the right wing, another 3, and it's 11. Now under 6 minutes to go as we're past the halfway point of the third quarter. Peary backing down the smaller Peterson. They get it out to Smith. Thought about the 3. Head fake there. What a move by Smith, but he couldn't finish. And Butts with the rebound. Up ahead, Peterson. Hesitation. He thought about the 3. He goes to the cup, and he gets denied at the rim. And now they feed Payne running in transition, but an offensive foul. As it's a good job by Carter there to set his feet and take the contact. So wild sequence there. It will wind up Nova Bulls basketball coming left to right when we return from break. ECBL basketball here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Back here, East Coast Basketball League action here on a Saturday afternoon in Northern Connecticut. Hartford Shockers and the Nova Bulls going at it for the second time this season. Aaron Hook back with you here on the Sports Fan Base. Just over 5 minutes left to go, third quarter. It's been a wild third quarter, back and forth. Not in terms of the lead changing, but really the momentum between both of these teams. As Knight goes inside, can't corral his miss there, and the rebound pulled in by Smith. It's an 11-point game, but Hartford has been up by as many as 17 in this quarter, and Nova has also had it down to 10 at a certain point in this third quarter as well. As inside, ball that's ripped away and out of bounds. Nova going to get it back here, down by 11, so they do have an opportunity again to get this to single digits. Hartford at one point in this third quarter, it looked like they may have been beginning to really run away with this one, but Nova has stayed in as Peterson is pounded, and he is going to lose the ball here, but Peary lost it off his leg. It was going to roll out of bounds, but a nice hustle play to go over there and save it on the side of Nova, but now a turnover, stolen away. Smith up ahead, catch and shoot three in transition, that's too strong. Right there for the putback is Payan. Darren Payan all over the glass, 13.5 rebounds per night. And there with the putback chance for two. Here's Kobe Ayeti finding Butts now on the fall-away jumper, left side, and that's no good. With the rebound, they outlet it up ahead here to Smith. The right side straight, whips it inside. Peary out now to the left corner. Hesitation driving against Butts. Now's going to find the big man, Chase Daniels. Daniels whips it across. There's a jab step and a drive to the cup by Mallory, and he gets his pocket picked. They get it out ahead. Peterson, left corner, three. No, fight for the rebound. Knight able to track it down. Knight with the push shot, left it way short. An air ball out of bounds, and the last touch is against Hartford, so it stays with Nova. 3:47 to go in the quarter. An 82-69 ball game. Actually, relatively low scoring on the side of Nova, average around 115 points per contest. As here's Ayeti with a three that was halfway down, but it rims out. And now the other way, here comes Hartford with Saul Bierty getting it inside with a spin move. A left-handed shot by Daniels that misses. Peary found him underneath. And now Carter dumps it down low. Ayeti after the corner. Butts on a catch and shoot. Triple and that's water. Down to 10, 82-72. And Butts has been big time in this one for Nova. He's hit some timely threes. And we'll have another timeout on the floor. 3:06 to go in the third. 82-72 Hartford over Nova here in ECBL basketball action on the Sports Fan Base Network. back with you here on SFBN, ECBL action from Eastern Catholic High School in Hartford, Connecticut. Shockers of Hartford, 6-2. Playing host to the 2-6 Nova Bulls. 10-point ball game here. Final 3 minutes to go in the third quarter underneath. And the runner by Duradola does not go. And a rebound for Peterson of Nova. Peterson down the lane, floats it up, missed it strong, but a foul. On the floor though, did it. 2:49 though. Inbound side out here with Deshaun Reed. Reed into Peterson. Guarded up top by Smith. Quick crossover left to right. Wild looking shot by Peterson. Nearly got it to fall, but Daniels grabs the rebound, picked up his dribble, now flips it up ahead to Smith. Smith going coast to coast, and he lays it home. And Smith just too quick that time, beating everyone up the floor. 84-72. Here with Carter, using the screen on the right side from Ayeti. Ayeti with a pull-up jumper now. That's too strong off the back of the iron, and a rebound here for Michael Mallory. I'm sorry, this is Sol Peary who kicks to the corner. And the three there, that's Mallory who shot it. And we'll get the foul beforehand, so Mallory to inbound. Quickly inside here in the big man, and Daniels just bowies his way inside, flips it up off the window and in for two. 86-72, 14-point advantage. Final 1:20 here to go in the third. It's been as close as 10 in this third quarter, and it's been as much as a 17-point lead on the side of Hartford. As a steal here, Peary flips it to the corner, nearly threw it away. It was deflected out of play by Reed as he was trying to get it into the corner there for Duradola. And you'll have Tylen Smith inbound now. Flips it in. Duradola lobs it inside. Daniels turnaround shot over Ayeti. He left it way short, but they will whistle Ayeti for the foul. And that is what the culprit of the big man and Daniels coming up a few feet short on that shot will be. So he's still talking things over with Leroy Butts of Nova. Those two guys not agreeing on the call, but we'll have two free throws coming up here for Daniels, and he drains the first. So, second shot is good. Daniels hits them both, 88-72 as Peterson lets this one roll out to half court. Now finds Reed at the top of the key on a step back. That ball is deflected on the long shot. Oh, and now what a move by Mallory. Oh my goodness. As he made a defender fall, he hopped over him with the dribble, got to the rim and got fouled. Mallory, I don't know if maybe their feet got tangled up, but I believe that was Reed who he slipped right past. Maybe it was Carter, but someone hit the deck. And Mallory will be rewarded here with two more shots. Again, talking about Hartford being the more aggressive team in terms of getting downhill, getting to the basket, but at the same time, I would say they've certainly also had a friendly whistle against the home team. Mallory misses first free throw. Minute 24 left here in this third. And Eastern Catholic. Second one is up and good. 89-72. Hartford in front. This match is their largest lead of the afternoon. With Carter going between his legs, hop step, gets to the bucket. Off the front of the iron. Rebound and going all the way. They're flipping up and scoring. Hartford crossing the 90-point threshold. And it's 91-72, 19-point lead for the Shockers, biggest of the day. And then here's Peterson cut off on his right side by Mallory. Up top of Yeti, catch and shoot 3, and that goes. So the answer there finally for Nova makes it 91-75. As here is a pull-up 3 quickly on the other side from Peary, and Peary misses. Rebound ripped away underneath by Duradola. He can't finish, but there's Daniels to clean up his miss and put it back up and in. Think that ball went in. The net certainly moved, but it looks like he'll have 2 shots. 25.1 left. So Chase Daniels from Meriden, Connecticut, Quinnipiac grad. So Division I ball. And misses the first one. Quinnipiac just about a month or so ago winning the Frozen Four Men's Hockey Championship. Their perennial, top 5, top 10 team in the country, and Quinnipiac winning the Frozen Four down in Tampa, Florida. Not known as a basketball school, but they have produced Mr. Daniels here, who knocks down the second free throw. And Yeti gets to the inside. A rebound underneath by Knight. Knight misses, gets his own miss, and his next attempt gets blocked. Caroms out to a Yeti, who just launches the 3, and he somehow gets it to go at the end of the third. My goodness, what a shot there. Circus shot by Yeti, and it makes it a 14-point lead for Hartford going into the fourth quarter. ECBL basketball here on the Sports Fan Base Network. We'll be back for the fourth quarter.
Head on over and get yourself some delicious drinks or snacks.
Back here, Aaron Hook with you on the Sports Fan Base Network from Hartford, Connecticut Eastern Catholic High School. It's the Hartford Shockers in the lead over the Nova Bulls, 92-78. ECBL action here on a Saturday afternoon. 92-78, 14-point advantage as a step-back 3 goes right away there for Peterson and the Bulls. Josh Peterson has been the catalyst so far throughout this one. I'm sorry, that was not Peterson. That was Ernest Jenkins hitting the 3. Peterson not on the floor right now for Nova. But Peterson gets into an 11-point game as that shot kites off the back of the iron and it's ruled out of bounds as it hits the top of the backboard. And so Nova to inbound. Down by 11. They've been down by as many as 19 in this game. They led for most of the first quarter and into the second quarter as well. As Jenkins had another three, that one too strong. Smith with the rebound, up ahead for Mallory and the easy two at the rim. So a quick swing there. Gets it out to a 13-point lead. Knight drives, gets it out to Reed. Reed down low to Knight. Nice two-man action there as Chris Knight was left all alone underneath the basket. Back to 11. With Smith now trying the long catch and shoot three. And it caroms out here to Jenkins. And a three will go from straight on. And all of a sudden it's an 8-point game. Single digits for the first time in seemingly forever here. As Nova's come out here in this fourth quarter with some vengeance. Mallory across to Smith. And try and slow things down now. Hartford look for a good shot. Mallory splitting the double team into the corner on a three. That's no good, and the rebound controlled here by Jenkins. Chance to make this just a two-possession game. All of a sudden, here's Knight over to Butts on a three. That's no good. Rebounded here by Smith, and Smith jogs up the floor, controlling with his right hand. Gets a screen on the right side. There by Daniels, and Smith now gets to the inside, and a foul call that Nova does not agree with, but the Bulls do commit the personal, and Smith really good at just changing pace, kind of getting his defender on his shoulder and then getting to the cup. Smith at 6'2", 215 pounds, so he's got the frame to have his way on the inside, but also very quick. 25 points, 9 boards, and 9.5 assists per night for Smith as he hits the free throw there. 95-86, a 9-point Hartford lead. Looking to get to 7-2, and there's just half the amount of first in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, so a win here would, at least for now, give them that step here in early May. As Yeti on the pick and pop pulls up, misses it long, and a rebound underneath for Duradola. Now it's Peary driving the lane. He got fouled. So Hartford, this is what they have to do, just combating these runs that Nova seems to go on every few minutes and cut into the lead. They have to continue to get to the line. They've done that a ton so far here today. Saw Peary gonna shoot two. It's the first. Peary out of Haverhill, Massachusetts. Attended LaSalle in Philadelphia. Peary hits the first. Second one, up and good as well. Hartford back out to a 12-point lead. Jenkins lets this one roll across half court, picks it up. Hits it out. Ayeti awaiting the pass there on the pick and pop. That's no good. Knight goes up for the rebound. Looks like he kind of climbed over the shoulder of Duradola, who wants an over the back call, but Knight is the one who hits the deck and gets fouled. Duradola still pleading his case, but for now it'll be Chris Knight at the line shooting a pair. If you're Hartford, don't want to let the talking to the referees cost you again. They already have given up 4 technical free throws in this game. Knight goes to the line, 78% there. 16.5 points, 5.5 boards a game for Knight. Sits 5 out of Bluefield State in 2019. And this first one is strong off the back of the rim, and now here in the fourth, Nova needs all the points they can get, obviously, with the clock being against them. 9:12 left to go as Knight splits the trip there. It's 1 of 2. 98-87. Smith. Got it going here, dumping it down low. Caught underneath by Daniels. Mid-man flips it back up top for Smith. Smith splits the lane, gets it inside to Daniels, who got blocked from behind, but another foul. And Daniels seems to be in a bit of pain. He may have taken a shot there as he went up, but the big fellow will now have 2 more free throws in an 11-point game. Just over 9 minutes left to play. Daniels knocks the first one down. Then Daniels and his running mate on the inside, and Darren Payan, have dominated so far down low. It's just been too easy for them. Nova truly doesn't have anyone who can match them size-wise. Both free throws are up and good. Biggest guy on the side of Nova is either Butts or Ayeti at 6'8", but both those guys just 220. Payan at 220, Daniels at 260. Here's Jenkins on the outside, nearly lost the handle. Got it back and now throws it away. Miscommunication there with Knight. As Knight was cutting towards the top of the key, Jenkins thought he was going to dive towards the corner, and a turnover. .840 left. Hartford looking to maybe ice this one here in the next couple of minutes if they can extend this lead out. But Nova has proved to be a pesky opponent here. They haven't gone away. Is that one in and out? Josh Peterson back onto the floor for Nova, and here he goes all the way to the cup. Basket won't count. Foul is on the floor as he went up with a left-handed layup. That's what Peterson's really good at. Just 6 foot, 170 pounds. Really good finisher, especially against bigger guys. Won't be rewarded with the chance to get 3 the old-fashioned way here. He'll have the inbound in front of the Shocker bench. Now Jenkins exits, Jerry Carter back in. And for the first time we see Scotty Dulaire get in for the Shockers. Carter catch and shoot 3 off the inbound, that's no good. And Dulaire with the rebound. Scotty Dulaire out of Bloomfield, Connecticut. Attended Becker College with Sam Durandona. Those 2 guys, college teammates, and now teammates here with the Shockers. Smith whips it across. 3 is good from the right wing. And the lead is 16 again. Peterson off the glass. That one doesn't go. And a rebound underneath there by Payan. All the way down. Count the basket and the foul. Mallory, coast to coast with the reverse. And it's a 17-point lead. 7:45 left to go. Hartford starting to run away with it here. Truly now you can say that because of the time constraints on the side of Nova. Mallory with the 3-point play, and it's up to 18. 105-87. 7:40 left to play. Butts on a step back. Can't get that one. Rebounded underneath, but throw it away. Subsequently there by Dulaire. He did a good job to get the rebound, but then just didn't see Jerry Carter, who snuck in front, stole it, and then went right into him to finish. 105-89. 7:15 left. Mallory over to Dulaire. Back over to Mallory. Catch and shoot from way outside. That's no good. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Carter. Carter up ahead to Peterson. Tried to spin into the middle of the lane, but he lost it. Taken away by Smith. Smith the other way. He can't get it to go, but there for the rebound and the putback. Again underneath is Payan. Carter trying to answer. That one catches no iron. It's way too strong. Off the backboard. Now Mallory skipping through, missing. Payan there for the board, and he puts it back up and in over Butts. And it is a 20-point advantage for Hartford for the first time this afternoon. 109-89. 6.5 left. So now Nova really needing a big-time run here to get back into this one as a Yeti's three goes in and out and in again. Or, I'm sorry, that was Knight trying the triple, and that one wouldn't go. Smith on a step back, kicked out to the corner. Mallory on a three. That one won't go. Carter with a long pass up ahead, and he overshot his man underneath it. Is off the backboard over to Peary. Peary inside, and the lay-in is no good that time by Delaire. Missed it strong, gets it back out to Peary on a three. That one rattles in and out, and Peterson with the weak side rebound. Flips it up ahead, wide open underneath. The hop step, and the lay-in is light. He gets around Delaire for two. 109.91. 5:35 to go. Peary inside to the big man in Payan. He got that one stripped out of his hands almost immediately by Knight. And they say last touch on Chris Knight, so it'll be Hartford basketball underneath when we return. Then we did 109.91, final 5:26 here in this ECBL contest on the Sports Fan Base Network. Here on the Sports Fan Base Network, back with you here at Eastern Catholic High School in Hartford, Connecticut. The Shockers of Hartford doing battle with the Nova Bulls here in ECBL action. Final 5 minutes and change here on a long three by Saul Peary. That one an air ball. And Nova gets it back. They trail by 18. The Bulls were leading for a majority of the first quarter and into the early parts of the second quarter, but ever since about midway through that second quarter, it's been all Hartford. Nova's put together a few quick runs. They've gotten it down to 8 at one point in this fourth quarter, but it's ballooned back out to 18 as a Yeti with a step back jumper from the right elbow. That is too strong. Here's Mallory. Over to Smith looking for the entry pass. Can't get him in there. We'll reset, try it again. Flips it in to Payan and somehow makes the catch, and Payan goes up with the two-handed flush. And it's just the patience there by Tylen Smith. He knew he could get that pass inside. He just waited for Payan to front his man, get position, and then he flipped it in there. Payan scores again as Peterson gets inside, and his shot comes up short. There's now Smith going coast to coast, and Tylen Smith with another lay-in. And 4:20 left to go here. Carter inside, his pass tipped away and stolen. And this one looks like it's getting away. It's early from Nova. It's Payan with a jam, and it's 117-91. 26 now the lead is quickly got out to. So three rattles in and out by Carter, and the Bulls at this point just look defeated. Carter committing a frustration foul there with 3:53 left. It's 115-91, my apologies. So 24-point lead. And this will put Saul Peary at the line, shooting two. So for Hartford, they'll get to 7-2. And again, they will claim, at least for now, sole possession of first place in the Mid-Atlantic. And for Nova, they'll drop to 2-7. Coming off a win in their last contest, it was one that here that they really would have liked to get. They played well in that first half, but it just slipped away from them. Hartford proving to be the better team as Jenkins flips it out. Ayeti on a three from the right way, and that goes. 117.94, 3.5 left. So again, this is one of 3 games tipping off at, or one of 3 games that did tip off at 3 o'clock. You had Hickory and Petersburg go at it, DC Heat and the Hampton Roads Warriors as well. At 3 o'clock, 3:30, Gastonia and Coastal Elite tipped off as that one off the front of the rim. Fury with a crossover, gets to the top and lays it over. 121-94. Here's Peterson. Down low, good shot by Knight, that's no good. Get down to the corner on a three, way too much. Smith there for the rebound on the weak side off the air ball. Smith spins inside, and now Hartford probably just going to kill as much time as possible. Smith does make a beeline to the basket, but gets it knocked away. Up ahead, Ayeti finding Carter for the reverse lay-in. So, you look at the Mid-Atlantic, Western Mass, the Zombies at 6-1, 3-0 in conference. They'll look to get back in front as they had the half-game advantage over Hartford coming in. Foul underneath. 2 shots coming up here for Darren Payan with 125 seconds left to go in this one. And it's 25-point lead for Hartford, but for Western Mass, they have a game tonight against the Philly Raiders at 7 p.m. And that'll be bookended by a game tomorrow. Nova gonna have to go here from Connecticut and play against the Zombies tomorrow, Sunday. So they've got a back-to-back coming off a tough loss here, but the Zombies with a chance to get over the hump and get back in front of Hartford. They've got Philly at 7 o'clock tonight. There's a three from the left wing. That is money, and that time hitting the three. 125-96. Minute 45 as both teams emptying their benches here. Carter can't handle the pass. So you've got Sinclair Lewis in the game. Corey Matthews was the one who hit the three a moment ago. He's out of Worcester, Massachusetts. And you've got Darian Tate controlling here, number 22. They get it into the corner. Controlled by Roderick Jenkins now. Now they get it back out. Jenkins in the middle of the lane, and he walked with it. Some travel and a turnover. Nova gets it back. Peterson to inbound. Into Carter. So Nova has not put in their reserves. They've only got 3 guys off the bench. Like a little shorthanded here today as Carter can't lay it in. Up ahead, Jenkins for the left wing. His three, that's strong. Peterson with another board. And he gets pickpocketed. Gets it knocked away from behind by Tate. Tate up ahead, and he threw that one way ahead of Matthews out of bounds. Final minute, and 5 seconds left to go. Peterson leisurely takes it across the timeline here. Inside, Yeti jams it down after the whistle. And he puts it on the head of Darian Tate, who's going to hear that one from his teammates. So an unofficial post for Yeti. Stands 6'8", Darian Tate only 6 foot, so to be expected, but still his teammates are not going to let him in that one. Yeti here on the inbound. Hounded by 2 Hartford defenders, taken away by Jenkins. Pass goes between his legs, and he left it underneath, wide open for Reeves under the basket, and he couldn't finish. Just rolled off the foot of the rim. Carter out of the right corner. His 3 is strong. A rebound here with 30 seconds left to go by Jenkins. Will Hartford go for one final score? It's Matthews on the reverse, steady it to go. Running clock here in the final 20 seconds. Here's Peterson. It's a 127-96 game, and it looks like, barring a late shot attempt here, that is how it will end, or maybe not. As Peterson gets inside, and there is a whistle, so it looks like he'll shoot 2 with 5.8 left to play. Josh Peterson out of Coastal Carolina. He's one of 4 Division I former guys who are playing in this ball game. Second is good. Inbound will go to Lewis, and that will do it as the jam at the buzzer by Tate is no good. And that is your final. The Hartford Shockers taking this one at home here at Eastern Catholic High School in Hartford, 127-97 over the Nova Bulls. The Bulls fall to 2-7. And Hartford, at least for now, moves to the first place in the Mid-Atlantic Conference inside of the East Coast Basketball League as they get now to 7-2. I've been Aaron Hook here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Thank you all for tuning in and have a great rest of your Saturday.